Deep in the Himalayas, among old monasteries and snowy mountains, lies a special book, the Tibetan Book of the Dead. This ancient text, known for its profound wisdom, has been a cornerstone of Tibetan culture for centuries. It is not just a relic of the past, but a living document that continues to guide and inspire. Its Tibetan name, Bardo Thodol, means liberation through hearing during the intermediate state. This name reflects its purpose, to help souls navigate the transitional state between death and rebirth. The text is read aloud to the dying or recently deceased, offering guidance and comfort during this critical phase. This book has helped Tibetan Buddhists understand death and rebirth for a very long time. It is a spiritual map detailing the journey the soul undertakes after leaving the physical body. The rituals and prayers associated with it are deeply ingrained in Tibetan Buddhist practices. It's more than just a book, it's like a guidebook showing the way for people who have died as they move on to what's next. The text describes various stages the soul encounters, known as bardos, and provides instructions on how to navigate these stages successfully. The Tibetan Book of the Dead might sound scary, but it's actually a hopeful book. It offers a vision of death that is not an end, but a transformation. The teachings within it emphasize the continuity of consciousness and the potential for spiritual growth even after death. It tells us that death isn't the end, but a new beginning. The text reassures us that the soul's journey continues, and with the right guidance it can achieve liberation and enlightenment. This perspective provides comfort and hope to those facing the inevitable reality of death. It teaches us that if we understand death, we can face it bravely and peacefully. By embracing the teachings of the Tibetan Book of the Dead, we can transform our fear of death into an opportunity for spiritual awakening and growth. This ancient wisdom offers a timeless message of hope and resilience. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. Your support helps us bring more insightful content to you. The Tibetan Book of the Dead is very old, but it wasn't a single book until the 8th century. People believe it was collected and written down by a famous Buddhist teacher named Padmasambhava, also known as Guru Rinpoche. He brought Buddhism to Tibet. Padmasambhava knew it was important to help people through the scary experience of death, so he gave his teachings to his student, Yeshit Sogyal. She hid these sacred writings, called until the world was ready for them. Hundreds of years later, another great Tibetan teacher, Karma Lingpa, found in the 14th century and shared its important teachings again. The Tibetan Book of the Dead isn't like a storybook you just read. It's a profound spiritual guide that has been used for centuries in Tibetan Buddhism. It's a guidebook for the different stages a person goes through after death, called the bardo. The bardo is a transitional state between death and rebirth, and understanding it is crucial for spiritual liberation. The text is designed to be read aloud to the dying or recently deceased, offering them guidance and comfort as they navigate the afterlife. Its goal is to help the dead person remember their true self, their inner Buddha nature, and be free from the cycle of death and rebirth. This cycle, known as samsara, is seen as a state of suffering and ignorance. By recognizing their Buddha nature, the deceased can achieve enlightenment and escape the endless cycle of samsara. The book does this by giving specific instructions and things to imagine for each stage of the bardo. These instructions are meant to help the deceased navigate the often confusing and frightening experiences they may encounter. The text describes various visions, sounds, and sensations that the dead person might experience, and explains that these are manifestations of their own mind. It describes what the dead person might see, hear, and feel, helping them understand that these are just things their mind is creating. This understanding is crucial for the deceased to remain calm and focused. By realizing these experiences aren't real, the dead person can let go of them and connect with their true self, finding freedom. This process is not just about the afterlife, it also offers profound insights for the living. The teachings of the Tibetan Book of the Dead encourage us to live with greater awareness and compassion, understanding that our true nature is beyond the illusions of the material world. By embracing these teachings, we can find peace and liberation in this life and beyond. The Tibetan Book of the Dead talks about three main after-death, the, and the. Each has its own special challenges and opportunities for the dead person. The is the of dying. It starts when someone dies and lasts until their consciousness leaves their body. The is next. It's the of experiencing reality, where the dead person sees peaceful and angry deities. Finally, the is the of becoming, which leads to rebirth in one of 6 realms of existence. The is the start of the journey after death. When someone dies, they experience a big change in their consciousness, like the parts of their physical body dissolving. The Tibetan Book of the Dead explains this process in detail, guiding the dead person through the signs and stages of physical death. The key to navigating these is recognizing the clear light of awareness that appears at death. This clear light is like a bright, all-encompassing glow that represents the true nature of the mind, pure and free. The book encourages the dead person to recognize this light, merge with it, and break free from the cycle of suffering. The Bardo of Dharmata, experiencing the true nature. After the Chikhai Bardo, the dead person enters the Chonyid Bardo, a realm of incredible clarity and light. This is a transitional state where the soul encounters profound truths and experiences that are beyond the physical realm. It is a place where the boundaries between the self and the universe blur, and one can experience a sense of unity with all that exists. Here they encounter the radiant light of their own true nature, the Dharmata. This light is not just any ordinary light, it is the essence of their being, the purest form of consciousness. It is a moment of profound realization where the soul recognizes its own divinity and the interconnectedness of all life. The Tibetan Book of the Dead describes this experience as being bathed in a powerful, brilliant light, much brighter than 1,000 suns. This light is so intense and overwhelming that it can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. It is a moment of truth where the soul is confronted with its own essence and the reality of the universe. However, if the dead person is not ready for this overwhelming experience, they might get scared, hold on to their old sense of self, and miss the chance for liberation. The fear of losing their identity and the attachment to their past life can prevent them from embracing the light and achieving enlightenment. The Tibetan Book of the Dead offers guidance and comfort, urging the dead person to see the light as their own true nature, the core of their being. And it provides instructions on how to navigate this challenging experience, encouraging the soul to let go of fear and embrace the light with an open heart. By doing so, they can achieve liberation and transcend the cycle of rebirth, attaining a state of eternal peace and enlightenment. The Bardo of Becoming, navigating rebirth. If liberation is not achieved in the Chonyid Bardo, the dead person enters the Sidpa Bardo, the Bardo of Becoming. Here, past actions and habits come back, leading the dead person to their next rebirth. The Tibetan Book of the Dead describes the different realms of existence, from heavenly places to realms of suffering, and guides the dead person towards a good rebirth. The book highlights the importance of recognizing the signs of each realm and making good choices during this crucial stage. By developing compassion, wisdom, and good deeds, the dead person can influence their future rebirth and move closer to enlightenment. The Modern Interpretations, a timeless guide. The wisdom of the Tibetan Book of the Dead goes beyond cultures and religions, offering valuable insights into consciousness, death, and the afterlife. In recent times, the book has become quite popular in the West, inspiring many interpretations, commentaries, and even art. Psychologists, philosophers, and spiritual seekers have found connections between the bardos described in the text and different states of consciousness experienced in life, such as dreams, meditation, and near-death experiences. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, therefore, acts as a timeless guide, offering deep insights into the human condition and the journey of awakening. Conclusion. The enduring legacy of the Tibetan Book of the Dead. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, with its profound teachings on death, dying, and consciousness, continues to resonate with readers centuries after its creation. It reminds us that death is not the end, but a transition, a passage into a new phase of existence. By embracing the wisdom of the Bardo Thodol, we can approach this inevitable journey with courage, clarity, and even a sense of anticipation. This ancient text, therefore, continues to serve as a beacon of wisdom, illuminating the path for those seeking to understand the mysteries of life, death, and beyond. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video if you enjoyed it.